Welcome back to some Aconcagua training and my update and what I've been doing. Last time I reported, Millie and I had been up on the hill a bit and also doing some gym work. But one thing I took a little time, went back east to see my kids and the grandkids. And when I came back, I was doing a little bit of cleanup. Millie and I have moved from Park City to a little town called Camas, just east of Park City. And needless to say, have been getting rid of a lot of stuff, which has been great. But came across I'll call it maybe, a journal that I had never written in before. And where I'm going with this is that I started putting down what Millie and I have been doing from a training standpoint. And it really has helped me to see what I did, maybe how far we went. Give you an example. A week ago, we did about 5.4 miles. Half of that, of course, was just up, so 2.7. 1,750 feet of vertical, and I also noted the time it took me to get to that top of that particular day's work. I think at that point I was still carrying about 30 pounds. In the backpack, we've now upped that to 35. But I have been in the gym, also noting what I'm doing, whether it's upper body, lower body. I alternate days and also do some cardio at the gym as well. But there's nothing like having mountains in your backyard to test yourself on. Altitude, of course, is different. I play between 7 and, I'll just say, 12,500 feet. Who knows what happens to you at 19,000 feet. But after you leave Plaza de Mulas for Aconcagua, you do one day where they call it a carry, where you're taking supplies and whatnot for your next three for Camp 1, 2, and 3. And you come back down, rest, and then you take your personal gear up. And that's what really starts that journey. And, for instance, from Plaza de Mulas to Camp 1 is about 2,100 feet of vertical, I believe. And I want to make sure that as I'm leading up to leaving on November 30th, that I'm trying to mirror what the itinerary is going to be like from Plaza de Mulas to Summit Day. And especially going from Plaza de Mulas to Camp 1, which is called Camp Canada, from Camp 1 to Camp 2, Nido de Condores, I think it's the nest of the condors. And then from Camp 2 to Camp 3, there's a rest day at Camp 2 that I'm going to build into my training, probably starting in the month of September. And again, by then I'll have at least 40 pounds, if not a little bit more, in my backpack, because I want to make sure I'm from a strength standpoint, trying to do the best I can at duplicating what we're going to be doing up in the mountain. I think at Camp 2 to Camp 3 is a little over, I think, 2,400 feet of vertical, and I have that metric built into my training now as well. I love the name of Camp 3. I think it's Cholera, and it's in English angry or rage. And it's at about 19,000 feet. And I guess it could get kind of angry up there with the weather. So again, this update, I'm journaling what I'm doing. It's really helped me to realize that I'm staying focused and I am preparing. I'm going to start featuring maybe some of the equipment that I'm taking differently than certainly on Kilimanjaro. But I reached out to my gearhead at backcountry.com. Backcountry doesn't carry a insulation product for a Nalgene bottle. And my gearhead turned me on to a company out of Washington. It's called 40 Below. I ended up buying two, and again, I bought two, but given them a plug. Joel, gentleman I've traded some emails with, and he's looking forward to hearing how this worked up in Aconcagua. For instance, Camp 3 at 19,000 feet and change, pretty close to where we camped in the crater at Kilimanjaro. I can tell you that on Kili, at that camp, at 18,838 in the crater, everything froze except for my P-Bob. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this does up above 19,000 feet. You certainly don't want it frozen when you're trying to stay hydrated. But training's continuing. Millie's happy with me some days and probably not happy with me on others. But stay tuned for another update, maybe in 2-3 weeks, and I'll let you know where I'm at, weight-wise, especially going up the mountain every day. And again, not every day. Try to mimic that itinerary that Aconcagua Mountain Guides stays with. So here we go. Thanks for watching. Next update in a couple 3 weeks, like I said.